the financial implications of a relapse. So I just thought I'd touch on this. I was thinking about it today. It took me from January up until I'd say April time to get my finances in order, pay off my credit card, um, get my overdraft cleared, and get my money back to being my own disposable income after all my bills had gone out and stuff. And I was comfortable, guys. Like, I was literally in a position where I wasn't scrimping and saving. I wasn't just like running on the gas and electric on the emergency anymore. I wasn't doing any of those things. I had money in the bank. I relapsed, obviously, the first time on the 25th of May. And since then, I've relapsed several times after that. And the implications that's had on me financially have been absolutely massive. And it's only been obviously a couple of relapses, and it has really, really impacted me massively. So things have happened to my car in that time that have needed getting sorted, like the clutch is going, and I've needed to have other bits and bobs done. And whereas before I would have then obviously, between January and May, it just made me realise how much I had got my shit together. And like, I was in a position then to be able to just, if something needed doing, to go and do it. And then once I'd relapsed, and like, I noticed very quickly that I hadn't used my credit card for like a month or whatever. And like, now I'm back in my credit card. I'm having to obviously pay off the credit card from where I had relapsed, and you know, pay off bills that I put off and things like that. And you know, you go back downhill really quickly. And I just want you to know that, you know, now I'm in a position now where obviously I'm not taking drugs, I'm not drinking, but it's not going to be an overnight thing now. Like, I can't just click my fingers now and go back to a place where my money's going to be all right, because it's not going to happen. Like, I'm going to have to work again at it. And it has made me really realise like how much I don't want to relapse again, because of the fact that I don't want to be in this position. Like, I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want to be struggling financially to get things fixed on the car and whatever. You know, I want to be able to have all the money there. Like, don't get me wrong, the kids have got everything they need. I've got all money set aside for their uniform and stuff like that. But it's just things like wanting to be able to go and get the car sorted. That's a lot of money to get a new clutch. Do you know what I mean? I would have had that money available to do it if I hadn't have blown it when I did. And like I said, when I relapsed, I didn't just blow it on drink and whatever. I ended up playing slots for a little bit as well. And yeah, so it's basically, I'm at a point now where obviously I'm just making sure now that I get my funds and financial self sorted back out. But that will happen, guys. If you relapse, like, you will end up screwing yourself over financially. And all the hard work I did during that time not went to waste, but it's very difficult, obviously, because now I've got to rebuild my finances back up and make sure I'm okay again. So it has impacted me massively. And on top of that, I think that does obviously bring on a bit of poor mental health, because then you're obviously worrying about money, and you're worrying about what's going to happen, and what if something breaks and you haven't got the funds for it. So, you know, it all has a knock-on effect, guys. Like, if you obviously relapse, then you obviously, your money's tight, then it's going to impact your mental health. That's going to impact how you feel about everything. And yeah, it's hard. Like, it's really difficult. That's why a relapse isn't just a relapse. It's not just you having a drink and then that's the end of it. It's had a massive knock-on effect, and it has done for weeks, and really, really, really like changed my view on what a relapse is. So just bear that in mind if you are thinking about going back to that old lifestyle. Everything that you've worked hard for will be gone in the space of a couple of days, and you'll have to start all over again, and it is not fun. Peace and love.